Ciao Juventini, welcome back to the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. This is an espresso match for myself. 3:30 a.m. came very fast this morning, but my espresso is in. I had a nice doppio, okay, double shot today, and I'm ready to rock. We've got the scumbags, Inter Merda, all right, in a preseason friendly in Perth. And we've had a fantastic time watching our friends from the Juventus official fan club Melbourne, Gigi Buffon, enjoying themselves. And they are repping the AJC over there and doing so quite well. So the AJC repped in the stadium today, everybody. All right, and we saw the lovely message from Giorgio Chiellini to the AJC. Looks like he's making a trip to Toronto sometime soon, but it's been fantastic. I know that a lot of fans feel a certain way around the team traveling for these summer tours, but when you watch the fans that don't get a chance to be up close and personal with the team and you see what it means to the children and stuff, that's just amazing. And for me, I love the summer tours. They're a fantastic chance to show the team just how much support and backing they have going into it. And hopefully it inspires them to do something special. All right. So great stuff there. And we do have the lineups. We are going to get ready for the Inter. I'm just going to remind everybody as you tune in to hit that like button, smash subscribe, all right, and join the AJC Army in following La Vecchia Signora day in, day out, all right? And subscribing also gets you in on the kit giveaways. This month we got beauties, okay? So Mandzukic going out to our members, and then you have the pink kit going out to a lucky subscriber and follower on August 17th when Juventus plays Next Gen. We'll draw that one. And I have a huge season kickoff giveaway that nobody's going to want to miss. You guys are going to be blown away. It's an absolute spectacular piece. Honestly, I should be keeping it, all right? But we're going to kick the season off with a big bang. It's great to see you all in here right now, all right? So Tuna coming in here, about to be a doozy. Sashko, let's beat Merda, absolutely. Preseason match or not, let's take it to these scumbags, all right? Forza Juve, enjoy everyone, hope we win, absolutely. Ciao to Cugino Eddie, DR1S, Lord Fizz, great to see you in here. For us, Fred, this is a derby d'Italia, all right? And Apex, great to see you in here as well, my friend. Now, for those starting lineups, let's start off with the Snakes, okay? So, they are going to have Provedel in goal, Pavard, Bovio, Bastoni as the three center backs. Then you're going to have Enrique, Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan, Di Marco across the middle with Esposito and Boni up top. And for Juventus, you will have this as your starting 11 today. All right. Di Gregorio in goal, Kalulu, Bremer, Kelly, Cambiaso across the back, Locatelli, Douglas Luiz as your two midfield pivots, Zhigrova, McKennie, Kenan Yildiz, and Jonathan David. That is how Juventus is going to start here. And again, don't be surprised if this one plays out as a 3-4-2-1 with Zhigrova, Yildiz, David making up that front three, Weston McKennie working off the right outside position. But we have seen Cambiaso played on the right side too. Maybe McKennie takes up the left. Maybe it does play out as a 4-2-3-1. McKennie plays as a 10. Let's see what Spalletti chooses to do. But yeah, when you look at the list of names there, it could be several different variations. We just have to watch and get ready to enjoy what we see. All right. Now, everybody, as far as where the game can be watched, I believe you can go to One Football app. You could purchase it for $4. I believe it's around €4. You can also go to Juve's official website. If you have a VPN, tap into Italy. You just need a free account for the Juventus site, and then you're in on that. Outside of that, I don't really know, but everybody help each other out. Look, it's on Paramount Plus, so there you go. All right. And props to me for the early morning live. What a way to start the weekend. Oh, yeah, you know what? I wasn't going to miss this one. And every chance I get to share in the action with all of you, it's the absolute best. So I love these watch-alongs. You guys make it far more enjoyable than preseason games should be. The feed has kicked in now on Juve's site. They're just showing some of the stadium shots right now as we look at the stadium in Perth there. Actually, it looks like a really nice stadium, I gotta say. Looks really, really nice. And I was trying to get didn't want to make a mistake on the stadium, but I believe it's called Optus Stadium. They're in Perth, but fantastic looking stadium. Oh, there you go. Nova Soccer Hub app free. There you go. There you go. Lord Fizz still kind of drunk. Hey, there you go. Those days well behind me. You know what? I just can't recover the way I used to. So I still like to enjoy some bevies here and there, but don't let it get out of control. But to each their own, man. Been there many times watching Juve under the weather from the festivities of the night prior. Juventus Live is working. It is working. But it is regional. It is for Italy. So if you're going onto their site, grab a VPN. Okay? So if you have a VPN, tap into Italy and it'll work. The feed has literally just kicked in, so we are good to go. Again, reminder everybody on those starting lineups for everybody that's kicking in right now. So you're going to have for Inter, Provedel, Pavard, Bovio, Bastoni, Enrique, Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan, Di Marco, Esposito, and Boni. Pretty much their 1A side for them. Probably not far off what will end up being ours, but we have some guys on the bench that we want to get a look at, which we probably will see today when you're talking about Kolo Muani and potentially Alajbegovic. But ours is right up here. I'll pull it up one more time for those of you just jumping in here. And again, reminder, get those likes up, smash subscribe. But Di Gregorio, Kalulu, Bremer, Kelly, Cambiaso, Locatelli, Douglas Luiz, Shigrova, McKenny, Yildiz, and Jonathan David. All right. Now the feed is really kicked in. The stadium's got the pyrotechnics going off right now. Fantastic light show as they get ready to pop on the starting lineups on their graphics. The website showing off Juve's kits right now. So that's the thing when you watch this on the Juventus website. They do have their ads here pushing all the kits. The third kit, of course, being launched yesterday. The Flame Job, the Guy Fieri Flame Job. Hopefully it's a sign that we're going to be on fire this season, okay? So let's take that as that sign. Hopefully that's what those flames are going to eventually end up being a sign of. Will Alajbegovic play today? I'm hoping to see him get some minutes. Also, Kolo Muani, and I believe there will be a fair rotation. Again, this is a preseason. It is a Derby d'Italia. Absolutely hate those scumbags. Want to see us win it, but again, it is a preseason friendly, so I do believe there will be healthy rotation from both sides as well. But I'd love to see Alajbegovic. And I'm curious to see, because we're getting a lot of hinting at Spalletti wanting to enter the season into a 4-2-3-1. I would love to see it. I believe it is the route we need to go. However, you know, we've been seeing a lot of the hybrid stuff that we saw last season so far. So I'm not totally convinced that we actually do get a true straight up 4-2-3-1. I still think it's going to be predominantly more of a three-man back set in how he utilizes the other players, most likely the outside players. So today we'll see that in terms of how he uses McKenny. He might use him as a hybrid 10, pulling him from the right wing back position. So mostly eventually making like a 5-3-2 defensively, that type of shape, and then morphing into more of a 4-2-3-1 on the ball. We'll see. You know where I stand on the hybrid setups and that style, whatnot. But hey, if it works, it works. Let's hope it just works, whatever Spalletti ends up clamping down to. But I don't think you can keep it 1-for-1 when you start looking at a player like Alajbegovic, unless you just intend to use him as a rotational piece for one of Conceição, Shikrova, Kenan Yildiz even. But you still have Boga there, and it could end up being crowded. Alajbegovic, I would play him as a 10 with one of Conceição, Shikrova, and Kenan Yildiz or Boga on the opposite side. Like, I'd be using him as a 10, and I would be looking to play a straight up 4-2-3-1, simplify things with your fullbacks, Cambiasso, Kalulu, but there's also other factors. Celik so far has stood out to me in the minutes that he's getting. He's going to be a reliable player for Juve, very dependable on both sides, left and right. So when you look at this, we could free things up for Cambiasso to slot over to the right side. That becomes easier when you're playing your 3-4-2-1. So there's a lot of factors going into this. And maybe it's just one of those things where Juve doesn't land on something wholeheartedly. And maybe it is just going to be personnel dependent. We just have to wait and see. But I look forward to it. I look forward to this match and this watch along. It's 4:01 a.m. my time right now. This match is supposed to be kicking off any second now. The feed from the Juve site is now still just showing promotional material on their kits right now on the pink away kit, which is a stunner. All right. Now, I'd love for the feed to kick into the stadium again. Now I'm getting an Adidas ad. Let's go. Come on. Let's get into this. They must be walking out of the tunnel heading into the stadium right now. Practically still yesterday. Oh yeah. 4 a.m. baby. Nothing was stopping me from missing this action. Hopefully we get some banger goals. And now we kick into the feed. Both sides walking out to the pitch with the officials. We got a bunch of youngsters accompanying the starting lineups. Kenan Yildiz, Douglas Luiz, McKennie, David, all out there. They line up here. The celebration still continuing in the stadium. Pyrotechnics still going off as the players take the pitch. Very, very cool. Very, very cool scenes. And like I said, this is a cool stadium. Optus Stadium, very, very cool stadium. And looks like the pitch, it's dark right now because they're still putting on the light show and the pyrotechnics, but it looks like it's going to be in better shape than the one in the last match against Chelsea. I was surprised at what poor condition that pitch was in. Any news from Dusan? Absolutely nothing on Dusan. Absolutely nothing on Dusan at the moment. It's pretty much just, hey, he's willing to lower everything for Barcelona now to try and land one of these, because none of these teams came knocking. And it's so funny because we have seen this time and time again with players that seem to think they're just they're practically prima donnas, and they think that everyone's going to come knocking and give them these fees that they want, and then nobody ends up knocking on the door. We saw that with Rabiot. We saw that with Chiesa. We're seeing it with Vlahovic. It's just like, it's the same thing over and over and over. So $6.5 million we even had on the table with him back when Kamoli was here, and he didn't take that, and now he's got absolutely squat on the table for him. So there you go. we've got some type of Aboriginal celebration out here with in Australia here. I can't quite make this out, but this is yeah. All right, there we go. So performance. I don't think those players should be laughing at the Australian Indigenous there. So now we have the Italian anthem. So the festivities will continue. The game that was supposed to start at 4 a.m. my time, we're going to get close to probably 10 after by the time it starts. So no, it hasn't started just yet. They're just doing Australian Indigenous performance here. Now you have James Clayton singing. He's an opera singer, singing the Italian anthem. Inter fans have a big banner up there. And we see the Juventus curva with one of their own. Bianconeri d'Australia, beautiful, beautiful flag there. That's got to be said. That's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Still better than the World Cup halftime show. That was a bit of a train wreck, eh? Oh, man. All over the place. All right, we got to get close to the action here. Let's go. We'll probably have the Australian anthem, I would assume. There it is. Yes, if you look in the chat, there's many places you can find how to watch this game. So everybody's been posting it in there again. Just check the chat. It's on there. There's one right there, SBTV7 on YouTube. Okay, so these rumors are absolute trash about Yildiz and Locatelli. The sources are so poor. It's literally not even worth mentioning. All the top guys said when it comes to Kenan Yildiz, Juve hasn't even entertained it for a second. When you're talking about Locatelli there, that source is like one of the worst. And nothing he has put out for years now has come to fruition. And now he's part of the Sun, which is like even worse. Sun Football, the Sun Sports, it's just terrible. So I wouldn't worry about any of this at this moment in time. And all I'm going to say is this. Locatelli leaving would finally wake people up to what he brings. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It is a beautiful stadium. Look at this thing. Optus Stadium. The lights around this thing. This is incredible stadium. Beautiful. The lights on top of this thing, around this thing, hell of a light show. We're getting ready. We're almost there at kickoff, everybody. We've had to wait quite some time, but we're ready to rock. That's pretty close there, Spalletti and Kivu. Maybe back up there. Spalletti, Kivu, get a room. Yeah, it's a little close. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. All right. Teams out there. Gonna have a little pre-match huddle. Get in the mood, and then we get to the action. We look at Christian Kivu, Inter's coach. Look at the official, Tim Danaskis, for this one. Let's hope we get a good show, lads. Okay? Let's have some fun. And as always, no matter what, fino alla fine, Forza Juventus. This might be called a friendly, but they're scum. And let's take it to merda. Okay? Let's beat these punks. We are almost here at kickoff. Countdown's on. And we have kickoff, everybody. Juve starts with possession. Yildiz rifling this thing forward. Cleared out. Again, pushed to the back line. Bastoni clears it. All the way to Lloyd Kelly, who collects. Douglas Luiz has dropped all the way back over towards this left flank. He collects it now from Lloyd Kelly. Juve starts to get their shape after the kickoff. And Douglas Luiz going route one for McKennie. So it looks like McKennie's going to be playing as a 10. Oh, it tries to find Jonathan David in there. Everybody's a little out of sync right now. Game literally just started, 38 seconds into it. But it looks like McKennie's going to be up forward as a 10. So far to start anyways. Bremer's on the ball here. Back for Kalulu. To Locatelli. Douglas Luiz has drifted still against that left sideline. Here he is collecting it from Kelly. And now he goes all the way back to Di Gregorio. They're going to try to switch it around over to the right side. Played now forward. Kalulu to Zagrova. Dropped off for Kalulu again. Bremer's on it now. Little bit of pressure coming from Boni now. Esposito going to pressure Kelly. He'll go back to Di Gregorio. Bremer carrying it forward, dropping it off for Kalulu. Tries to go forward for Zagrova. It's cut off, but still collected again by Kalulu. Locatelli on it now. Over to Kelly. Kelly going route one, looking David's way. Headed down, but Luiz in support gets to it. Foul there on his back from Barella. So we're trying to stretch them out already, just 2 minutes in, going with the long, deep balls and then trying to collect it there. Pro wanted to ride Luiz. Pause. Khan. Take it easy. Max likes, share, join, subscribe. Listen to Pino, my friends. Zagrova, that's a good one in there. Oh, McKennie trying to head that thing. Scramble in the end there. Juve looking for a corner. It is going to be a corner kick. Barella looking extra pervy there with that dirt on his upper lip. Shagrova over this corner. Also Douglas Luiz. We don't need two in the corner. I hate this crap. Just one guy. Deliver the thing in. Luiz sends it in. Too close to Provedel. Easily collected. Rolls it out. Barella's on the ball now. Çalhanoğlu drops it off. Bovio to Bastoni. Back to Bovio. Pavard. Now to Enrique. And there's a shove in the back from Douglas Luiz to Barella. He goes down. Foul called. 4 minutes in. Mkhitaryan on it for Inter. Bovio now. Here's Pavard and Bastoni with an exchange between them. Little bit of pressure coming now from Juventus. And we pick it up. Locatelli. Over to McKennie now. Shagrova beats his man. Gets a foul there. Lovely dribbling from Shagrova there. Beating two men. Taking the foul there. Mkhitaryan complaining to the official. In a friendly, getting in his face, pointing at him. That's typical scumbag behavior. Juve on the ball. Douglas Luiz going back for Kelly. He's going to go back to Di Gregorio. Esposito and Boni just stay outside the 18, so no real pressure coming to Di Gregorio. Plays it over to Bremer on his right. Now back to Di Gregorio. He's going to play it out to Douglas Luiz, who's hugging this left flank, who has started the game hugging that flank. Cambiasso tried a quick pass forward for Yildiz. Didn't connect. Inter trying to come back at Juve there. Through ball too far for Boni, and Di Gregorio collects. Kalulu's on it now. Played forward for McKennie. Drops it off for Shagrova. Oh, there's a good ball, but just way too far for McKennie. It's cut out, but it is going to be a throw-in for Juventus deep in Inter's territory. Everybody, reminder, get those likes up, smash subscribe. Good luck in this month's kick giveaways. David's on it here. We do cycle the ball back. Kelly now over to Cambiasso as we try to go out the left side. He cuts back centrally. Tries to get it over for Shagrova. That's cut out by DiMarco. Shagrova battling with him. Earns a free throw. Or throw-in, excuse me. Free throw. Basketball all of a sudden. Kalulu feints as if he's going to take a long throw there. Ends up going back. Bremer now to Kelly. Cambiasso collects on the left. Can look forward. Back to Kelly. Pressure coming from Esposito, forcing him back to Di Gregorio. And he's going to go route one. Looking Kenan Yildiz way. Oh, what a touch to settle that. Cambiasso follows up, and his touch lets him down. Almost looked accidental from Yildiz in that settle. Like he didn't know much about it as he was trying to battle for position with his man. But then ends up being a very nice settle. But Cambiasso in the follow-through takes too heavy a touch. Barella making a break here for Inter down the right sideline. And we shut him down, force him backwards to Pavard. Now to Bastoni. Into Çalhanoğlu, who looks like an even bigger mutt with a shaved head. Never thought it was possible for that guy to look stupider, but he does. Played all the way back to Provedel by Inter. 8 minutes in here, not a whole bunch into it so far. Long pass forward. No foul on Esposito as he hits the turf. Bremer now to McKennie. Leaves it for Zagrova. Into Locatelli. Exchange between the two. Now Zagrova picks his head up. Through ball here on the run from David. He collects. McKennie now. Oh, beating two. Inside to Zagrova. Played out to David. Now to the top for Locatelli. Heavy touch. Kalulu now. Oh, that's got a lot of air on it. That's a terrible ball in. Easily into the hands for Provedel. Execution looking very much like preseason execution to start this game in the opening 9 minutes, that's for sure. A lot of heavy touches out there. A lot of them. Juventus getting closer to an attempt than Inter Merda so far in the opening 9 minutes. Bovio going to play it out to the right flank. Barella's there to collect. Played up for Boni. Into Çalhanoğlu. Now to Mkhitaryan. Played back for Bovio. Over to Bastoni. Pops this one into a little pocket for Barella. Trying to play it over the top. And that's cut out by McKennie. As that ball was played between Boni and DiMarco. And McKennie sees it out. It's going to be a corner kick. Barella with a one-time shot there from about 22 yards out. And that's wide of Di Gregorio's goal. We're going to have a goal kick. Long ball from Juve. Errant ends up at the feet of Provedel. Not a whole bunch in this so far, as mentioned. Bovio on the ball for Inter here. Neither team really pressing at all. Just kind of taking their opportunities in possession. Nobody's really pressed to win that ball back high up the pitch. Both pretty patient defensively to stay in their shells. Mkhitaryan now to Bastoni, who's out on the flank. Back to Mkhitaryan. He's scanning. Nowhere to really go, so he's going to drop it back for Bovio. Little pressure coming from David. Now to Pavard. He's got Enrique on the side, who collects. Played forward for Boni. Back to Barella. And Juve flooding that right flank. Inter works away from it. Now coming up the left side of the pitch. But Juve recovers, shuts it down, forces them back. Pavard's on it. To Barella. Çalhanoğlu. So definitely making your 5 across the back defensively for Juventus. Almost 6 straight across the back. So definitely going with the hybrid setup. Switching into the 4-man back on the ball. This one played deep. Cross coming in from Pavard. Boni settles that one down, takes a shot, it's blocked. Inter still on the ball, Barella on it now. After Bastoni collects from the clearance, here's Enrique up that right flank. Bastoni's on it now to Bolvio. Little pressure coming from David now. Yield is going to engage with Barella there. And they close down. Luis and Yield is on Enrique there, but then a quick pass out. Gets cut out. Bremer now sending it forward. Shagrova heads it down to Kalulu. Over to McKennie. Played back into the middle. Oh, lovely setup there between McKennie, Locatelli, Kalulu, and now we get it up to Shagrova. Working against DiMarco. Cuts inside to Kalulu. Back out to McKennie. And McKennie now, trying to switch field, getting it all wrong. Cambiasso has to go all the way back to half to collect that thing. Max looking off today, for sure. That was a terrible switch field, by the way. We had to go backwards and collect that. Mac into Kalulu here. Back to Bremer. Now to Locatelli. Exchange between him and Luis. Has Lloyd Kelly to his left. Bremer to his right. Plays it to Lloyd Kelly. Kelly up the side now for Yildiz. He can run at Inter for the first time today. Played for Cambiasso. Tried to slot it into David. That's cleared out. Little bit of pressure from Luis there. Cambiasso does well to come in and try and recover. In the end, Barella plays it. Long ball forward. Bremer's going to battle with Boni here. And he's forced him out into the corner, and he's got nowhere to go. And in the end, he just has it off Bremer. This is going to be a throw-in deep in our territory, but cleaned up quite nicely from Bremer to give Boni nowhere to go. And now we can recover and get back in our shape. Bolvio on it now for Inter. Bastoni scanning at the half circle. They have not gone to DiMarco at all to start this game, and he's just been sitting there on the side, waving his hands, trying to get onto it. Locatelli now collects this one. Into Kalulu. Pressure coming. He took way too long on the ball there. We lose it. Ball played over the top. I think DiMarco was offside, but Locatelli dumps him for good measure. Yes, Cambiasso was playing on the left side, Don Valentino. And I do agree with you that he is better on the right side. But you have some different factors to think about and everything. This is going to be a free kick in a decent spot. I thought DiMarco was offside on that previous play. God, Çalhanoğlu looks like such an idiot with a shaved head. I mean, he always looks like an idiot, but it's just extra. Cleared out. DiMarco tries a volley, gets it all wrong. Yildiz on it now. Does very well. Oh, switch this field, Jagrova. No! Terrible ball from him. Right to Esposito. Oh. Like I said, the execution is definitely at a preseason level. Not the strong... Oh, Shagrova getting risky here, but Cambiasso finds Locatelli well. He finds Douglas Luiz. We can make a move. Kalulu's all the way on the left now. Into Yildiz. Douglas Luiz collects again. Now dropping it off Cambiasso. We are everywhere as far as positions go. Everyone has switched up. Kalulu's on the left outside. Cambiasso's on the right outside. Shagrova takes a hit, and it's a one-hopper to Provedel. Everybody going all over the place, just basically hitting their spaces. And now they'll probably go back to their main positions. But yeah, after that defensive stop on the set piece, everybody getting caught in different spots and just rolling with it. And now They're all back as they started. Bremer pressures Bonnie there. He's going to get a foul right at the halfway line. Opening 18 minutes again, not a whole bunch in it. If you're looking for the numbers, 55% possession in favor of Inter. They're getting credited with 3 attempts. Juve, 0 attempts so far. Nothing has hit target. They've had 2 blocked. And like I said, we've come close to attempts, but nothing actually yet. We did have that one long-range attempt just now from Zhikrova. But, yeah, not super threatening. Reminder, everybody, get those likes up. Let's go. Barella. Exchange with Çalhanoğlu. Back to Bovio. To Mkhitaryan, to Bastoni, who's now going to switch it out. Looking for Enrique on the right. He collects. Cambiaso watching him. Out to Barella. And that's blocked by Cambiaso. Does very well. Into Yildiz. Now to Cambiaso again. Nowhere to really go for him. Tries to go up that sideline to David. It's cut off easily by Inter. Now they're right back at us around the top of the 18. Exchanges between Boni, Di Marco. Now the ball with Bastoni. To Çalhanoğlu. Bastoni now. To Boni, who's drifted all the way to that left flank. Working against McKennie. Takes it to him. Di Marco with a touch in, and that's a soft goal. McKennie getting beat so easy on the outside there. The cross comes in, and Di Marco looks like he barely hits that thing, but slots it into the corner. That was weak, man. Weak. Weak on all accords. Oh, Mac just bit so hard on that feint step. Bit so hard on that step over. And why did nobody pick up Di Marco? Like, he's just got a free little slot at that thing. Yeah, that's a softie. Come on. 1-0 down on a softie. I don't like seeing Mac getting beat so easy there. He's looked... yeah, you can see it in there. Wes totally burnt on that one. Here's another. Here we go. First shot on target. 1-0 down for now. It's the first one we've conceded in preseason. Let's get it back. Come on, lads. Let's go. Wake up here. The execution's been pretty rough to start. And Max not looking ready to go for a guy that played World Cup. Might have been listened to too much Ella Langley and too many bevies there for the rest of his vacation. Pick it up. Kalulu now back for Douglas Luiz. Plays it over to Lloyd Kelly. To Cambiaso, it's right against that left sideline. There's something we got to watch for, too. It's not just about Cambiaso on the right, but it's also about Kenan Yildiz. The two of them just don't seem to function on the left side. Cambiaso and Yildiz. I don't know where the fuck Kelly is going with that ball, but it's straight out the end for a goal kick for Inter. Kelly is beyond frustrating on the ball the majority of the time. Marco into Çalhanoğlu. Stony little touch to Provedel. Over to Bovio. David's pressing now. Plays it forward. Big step up there by Kelly into Esposito. Çalhanoğlu just toes that thing away from pressure to Bovio. He plays it to DiMarco. And now there's a big switch field for Enrique, who's making a move with a little bit of space. Just outside the 18. Working on Yildiz there. They get it to the top of the 18, and that's a terrible ball in from Bastoni. Again, preseason execution levels are there on display from a lot of the players there today. Not the best from a quality standpoint. Mkhitaryan on this one, playing it forward for Bonnie. Oh, never a foul, ref. Come on. Bremer took that one very, very well, but getting called on the foul there. 24 minutes, 20 seconds, 1-0 Merda. That was a through ball looking for Zhikrova, actually. But he's called offside. And it was pretty close. Cambiaso wins this one from Enrique into Locatelli. Tried to get it over to Yildiz there. But Yildiz not on the best angle for us to try and find him there. A little too tight to try and curl that around a defender to get it to you. Bastoni over to Provedel. He leaves it for DiMarco. Playing it up that left sideline. Locatelli puts a body. Oh my God, Bremer. Puts a body into Boni there. And he drops like a sack of potatoes. Bremer smirking as there's barely anything there. Mkhitaryan dropping it for Bastoni. Over to DiMarco. Mkhitaryan trying to swing away from Kalulu, but he can't. Kalulu comes away with it. Him and Zhikrova with a couple 1-2s. In the end, Zhikrova does earn the throw-in. Long throw attempted here. David's on the turf here. And he does get the call for the foul. It's in a good spot to at least send a dangerous cross in. Zhigrova's going to get over this. Let's get some bodies up front here. Douglas Luiz standing over top of this one. Kalulu very close to him. Got our bodies moved forward. Douglas Luiz going to take this one. Sends a cross in. That's a good one. Mac with a tap in. Bremer. Oh my goodness. All alone. About 7 yards out. Can't connect to put that thing on target. Holy smokes. Again, everybody. Shocking execution levels there. How is that not ending up with an attempt? Holy. Mac just flicks that one on. Falls to Bremer, who can't put that thing on target. Shocking levels of execution. Bastoni to DiMarco. 1-2 played by them. Bastoni now running forward. Dropping this one off. Mkhitaryan to Çalhanoğlu. Now Bovio to DiMarco. Yeah, that guy can get right out of this chat. I'll tell you that. Fuck out of here. Douglas Luiz getting the foul there. Inter just can't help being fucking scumbags, even in a friendly, just bitching about every little call. Yeah, that's the thing. You could come in and the banter's all good, but don't spam. Don't be an asshat. Which again, they can't help it. But you have to remember, these are people that their mothers drank while pregnant, and that's how you become an Inter fan. Scumbaggery. Tuna. Whew. Oh, Enrique on the outside there. Locatelli with a big interception there on the cross that was coming in. Locatelli winning another 2 balls here, and now getting it back to Cambiaso. Luiz forward for Yildiz. Nice dribble there. Just switch the field, Yildiz. Fuck. He's trying a game-breaking pass while pinned on that flank. And a foul there. Yeah, we're not going on a fast break here, boys. Mkhitaryan's down. I think he's been shot. Holy smokes. Shot. Yeah, Bocelli, an Inter fan. You got to be blind to be an Inter fan. Oh, they're blind, all right. They live in a fantasy land where they actually think they are just all that is good in the world of football. The biggest scum ever. Çalhanoğlu from range. Di Gregorio parries that one away, and Locatelli clears it out for a corner. That thing was drilled. Çalhanoğlu is set to take the corner here. Here it is, sent in, curling in. Cleared out by Juve. Yildiz on it now, and he just clears it again. No nonsense. We got to get on the ball, lads, and actually play with it. Inter's dominated possession. %61% in favor of Inter there. Funny enough, Juve walks away with a big chance that we didn't even get on target. That was at the foot of Bremer. Cut off here. David, little touch. Does get it to Zagrova. Over to Kalulu now. Zagrova on it. Here's a cross. Oh, it's a terrible one. Nowhere near any of our players. Hits the front man, which is DiMarco. Oh, Bremer unlucky to not get the throw in on that one. But yeah, it's pretty sloppy. Very, very sloppy. Fans in Australia not getting a quality showing here, I'll tell you that. Bremer cuts this one off. Moves forward. Gives it to Douglas Luiz. Cambiasso just hanging there. Luiz now sends it over to Kalulu. Getting pushed backwards here. Now to Locatelli. Has Kelly to the left. Plays it to him. Up for Cambiasso. Into David. Holy shit, heavy touch. We still get it back. Yildiz is on it. Oh my god, Yildiz, man. This is like just a mess to watch us try to work the ball around the top of the 18. Now Zagrova's on it. 2 players in front of him. Into Mac. Back to Zagrova. Working against DiMarco. Bastoni staying close. Here's a cross coming in. That's a better one. Still cleared out by Inter. Zagrova. Oh my goodness, you guys. Terrible. And now Inter with 3 passes. Running back at us. Barella's being watched by Lloyd Kelly. Played in there for Enrique. Being watched. Cambiasso picks it clean. Yildiz now to Luiz. To Locatelli. To the outside for Cambiasso. Guys, you got to switch the field out of there. You can't just stay down that sideline. Like, this is mind-blowing to me. You have to switch the ball out of there. You can't just stay there. They've just tried to attack you through there. They're all there. Send the ball out. Stop there by Di Gregorio. DiMarco on the return there. Shots blocked by Kalulu. Hits DiMarco. Goes out for a goal kick. Max stripped of it, but it's right against the sideline. It's going to be a throw-in for Juve. He goes back with it to Bremer, to Kelly. Cambiasso all the way on the left here. He collects now. Gives it to Locatelli. Sends it to the outside right here. McKennie's on it. Back again, Locatelli. Now forward for Cambiasso. There's space ahead of him. To Yildiz. Now to Kalulu. Juve's only been able to go left and right. Not finding anything to actually advance and be able to attack. Very little since, I don't know, 20 minutes ago practically. Kelly now going back to Di Gregorio. David settles this one. Cambiasso on the move here. We're pushing forward. Over to David. Out to Zagrova. Being watched by DiMarco. Overlap comes to him. Oh my God. Sends a floater. Does get to Yildiz. Ball over the top. Cambiasso. Shoot the ball, man. Why are we being cute? Who the fuck are you guys to be cute? Don't be cute. Just be solid and effective. These guys need a passport. They need an invitation to shoot the ball. It's incredible. Shoot the ball. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cambiasso, just shoot the ball. You're 6 yards out on the left side. On a 45-degree angle to the net. Can you shoot the ball? What more do you want? Yildiz on it now. Rips it. Oh, just curling wide of Provedale's goal. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. But yeah, Cambiasso has to shoot the ball there. I think some of your feeds are now kicking into that moment there. Cambiasso had to shoot there. That's a decent rip from Yildiz there, but curling away from Provedale's goal. I don't know if that thing hits target. That's probably in, because it had a lot of heat on it. Merda with the short goal kick. Oh, this one cut off again. Bremer jumps it. Now he's jumping the ball quite a bit, and it's helping us stay deep in their territory. Kalulu's on it. Move the ball quick. Get it over there. Now we go. Cambiasso drops it off for Luis. Yildiz and Cambiasso there in their positioning, exact same space. I don't know what happened there with Kalulu. Misread. Jagrova falls up very nicely. Gets a throw in. Tells DeMarco to get out of his face. Luis coming in there too. That'll lad Jagrova. Tell Mkhitaryan to get the fuck out of there. I like it. Yeah. Tell DeMarco to beat it too. I like that. Good on ya. Good on ya. Man, a couple good opportunities falling at the feet of Cambiasso and Bremer. Neither one of them ends up with a shot on target. That can't happen. Cambiasso launching this one. Chested down by Çalhanoğlu, but still collected nicely from Juve. Now switch field by Locatelli. What the hits the ref, so he blows it back. This guy is Finoc. Come on, man. We just played it again. What do you want? It's a friendly. Stop making it about you. Jesus. 3 tries later, we're allowed to play on. What a mutt. Don Valentino thinking it's frozen. Yeah, it ain't frozen, man. There's just a lot of nothing sometimes. Kelly switching it over to the left side. Cambiasso's on it right now. Gives it to Kenan Yildiz. Has 2 players in front of him. Drops it to Cambiasso. And again, further back for Kelly. Oh, my God. Back to Di Gregorio. Ooh. Beep, 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 beep. I might have to go get another espresso pretty quick here, lads. Might have to go make another espresso. Yildiz. Loca feints right, switches left for Douglas Luiz. Just carrying it into Inter's half. And now drops back again to Loca. Over to Bremer. Nowhere to go for him. Back for Loca. I notice when these balls hit the flanks, all our players are running forward with practically no way for us to get it to them. Like, not every option has to go forward. Somebody has to show and drop into spaces and find those pockets. Locatelli carries forward, gives it to Zagrova. That's a foul on him from DiMarco. Come on. Let's try and get one here. Let's try and level up before we go into half. And then let's see Ali Begovic come in here. Locatelli takes it short. Oh, they try this 1-2 thing with McKennie. It's cut out. Zagrova's on the ball now. For Cambiaso. Tries to go over for a cross to Kelly. It's nowhere near. Sails out for a goal kick. Oh my goodness. We win it back. Yildiz, you're on a break here. Being chased by Enrique. Has 3 defenders all in front of him. In the end, slide challenge out from Çalhanoğlu. We're going to get a little bit of added time. Maybe not. No, it ends quick. There you go. Typical discussions. It's all kind of been the same. Ball playing center back. This is why Locatelli drops back so much. Can't have these guys making those passes. Honestly, I think the actual detriment is this hybrid shit. I'll be quite honest. I've been adamant about it, and I'm going to stand firm. This hybrid shit is all over the place, and 9 times out of 10, we have guys occupying the same position. I've said it for so much of last season. Simplify the game for your players. All these roles that aren't really defined and true, they're just scattered, and it's too much. Line up in a straight up formation, whatever that formation is. Get rid of all these convoluted roles and just play the game straightforward. The hybrid stuff is bullshit. Get rid of it. You've got fullbacks now that don't even overlap because you got these guys. You're supposed to play this 3-4-3 style, 3-4-2-1. But the problem is these guys are taking up the wide positions. Like Yildiz and Zagrova are taking up the wide positions. So your fullbacks or wingbacks, they have nowhere to go other than central and inside. And guess what? If those guys, Yildiz and Zagrova in this half, are getting double teamed, what good is it to have a fullback move in centrally? They're already covered before they even get into there, and you can't find them anyways. So you either have to invert those guys a little bit to get your fullbacks to engage and be involved in the play. Just simplify shit. Get an actual true 10 in there. Play a 4-2-3-1. Get an actual 10 in there. Okay? And start to take advantage of the pockets of space and the spacing. Ask more questions of the defense. It's too straight up the game. We're too easy to defend. It's too predictable. You know where the ball's going to go. You know exactly what those guys are going to do. And it's not going to work. It's a little bit too predictable for my liking. And a lot of it is the hybrid shit. And McKennie having to go from a wingback role defensively to then we have to wait for him to hit this 10 role. And he's not a 10. He's only a 10 in games where it's going to be wide open. So he's just not a 10. So I'd much rather see players play to positions of their strength and just let the game play out naturally. But we are in a bit of a situation with Cambiaso because if him and Yildiz can't figure out how to play together on that side either, this is yet another problem. But I'd like to see Ali Begovic enter in the second half. I'd like to see us play a legit 4-2-3-1 and get out of this 3-4-2-1 hybrid shit because I'm not liking it. That's just me. Rant over on the hybrid nonsense. Absolutely. Everybody, take a second, drop a like, smash subscribe. Let's go. Cambiaso has to go. Keep bitching about him, about not being used on the right-hand side so he can cut to a stronger foot. Fuck that. Even with a stronger foot, he cannot be productive. No, he's a far different player on the right side. I will disagree with you on that one, Charles. He is a far better player. And again, as many mentioned throughout last season, him and Yildiz just don't mesh. They just don't mesh on that left side. The only times Cambiaso looks fine on that left side is if it's on a counter, if we actually steal the ball and pick it up. If you're looking at him on the right side, it's completely different. The problem is, again, it goes to the setup. How do you want to play? How are you using these guys? So if you want to play in a 4-2-3-1, he's probably not benching Kalulu because Kalulu's been so hard for anybody to beat. And so he's just not going to be that starter. He's not going to get that. So you either sell, you make your money, and you move on the roster, or you keep him for depth on both of those positions. But he is a better player on the right. But then the question becomes, what is going to be your more predominant style of play or setup? These are questions we need answers to. But my God, Cambiaso, left side or right side, 6 yards out on an angle there, not shooting that ball is absolutely disgusting. Gleison Bremer with the ball falling to him off of a corner kick there, not putting that on target. Kinnan Yildiz with a good strike from range there, about 27 yards out. These are the chances we have here, but we can't keep being cute. Setup and all that shit aside, we are not the team to be getting cute like that. That's a team that's like a well-oiled machine that's taking that extra pass. Like these guys are clicking, they're in sync, they're in rhythm, they're gelling. We're not those guys. I would be fuming, even this preseason game or not, if I'm in the dressing room right now, I am losing it on guys passing up shooting opportunities or not getting that fucking ball on target when you're 6 to 7 yards out. That's just it's inexcusable from any player that's on the pitch there. But Cambiaso not taking that shot is absolutely ridiculous. From 6 yards out, top of the 6 on the 45 angle there. Fire the damn ball. My goodness. There's absolutely no reason to not fucking hit a piss missile from 6 yards out there. And even if Provedel gets it, you rip his arm right off his body. Good Lord. That's what infuriates me the most over and above setup and all this is how cute we try to be when we're not that team. Catch me up. I missed the complete half. Oh my goodness. Honestly, there wasn't a whole lot in there, to be quite honest. I mean, there's a lot of poor execution, but not just from Juve, even from them when it comes to the final third play. it's not really gelling in the final third. But the funny thing is, we walk away with a big chance, no conversion. They walk away with no big chances. 7 attempts for them, 4 attempts for us. 51% possession for Inter is how it finished up. It's a bit of a back and forth. Neither team really pressed at all. Neither team really pressed high whatsoever. They were just taking their turns, in build-up, back and forth. But it's kind of been, again, like I said, just a game where you don't really get top quality execution. It definitely looked like a preseason game for some of them. I would say McKennie definitely looked like he's nowhere near season fitness. He stood out to be a day late, a buck short as far as the steps go. And he got burnt very easily by Bonnie on the outside, our outside right, Inter's outside left, which led to the goal. A very soft goal. McKennie getting beat very easy. Nobody watching DiMarco in the area. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, just not a whole lot of clicking up top. We're, again, very predictable. We get the ball to the outsides. Everybody's rushing forward. Nobody's giving the ball carrier on the flank an option to play the ball inside through the middle. Again, defenders shifting to the outside. Locatelli dropping back to collect at the back there. But it's fucking us up in that next level. And again, you've got so many bodies. You got almost extra bodies that aren't good on the ball because of the setup. 4-2-3-1. Just go for it. Let's try it out. Get rid of this hybrid shit. Get an extra player on there that's good technically, like Alajbegovic. Let's see Kolo Muani start the second half just to get him in there. Like, let's go. Keep Dougie Luiz. He is a good player. Everyone who disagrees, meet me in the car park after the game. Douglas Luiz, actually in that half, played absolutely fine. Very simple game from him. Nothing crazy, but he's engaged. He's very good on the ball. He was drawing some fouls when we needed him to eat some fouls so that we could restart things. I have no problems keeping Douglas Luiz, to be honest. And I would definitely say he'll, like, if they bring in Miretti in this game, let's see if he can actually do something of impact. I doubt it. So for me, I'd actually keep Douglas Luiz around. I'd be looking to say goodbye to Cope Miners, to Miretti. Adzic has already gone to Sassuolo, and we have a 1.7 million buyback on there. Yeah, let's keep it out with that. Without an addition of 3 new top players, we will have a disastrous season. Don't tell me we are financially broke or we cannot sell our players. We're not doing much to get the players we need. Well, again, people don't seem to understand the money thing. Nobody is saying Juve is broke. Juve is not broke. Juve has a shit ton of money. FFP dictates how much you can spend. So again, you can have billions in the bank account. It doesn't mean shit if you're not making that. And FFP, for us, matters. There are teams I could go off on with hundreds of infractions that don't get penalized. For us, it does matter. But I don't think we're heading for a disastrous season. I think that's a little bit crazy here. We have we don't have much to go to actually improve this roster. Lukumi, I'm hearing, is done. I'm hearing this thing's going to get closed very, very soon. So hopefully that is the case. I think he helps us out tremendously. We still haven't even seen Alajbegovic hit the field. I think that's a player that I would lean to the 10. But again, a lot of this is going to come down to Spalletti and getting the most out of the guys. Because again, we talk about players, and you're talking about, we brought in players that were off great seasons. okay? Consecutive great seasons. And they fell flat on their face. Like, it's time that we sort out why they come over to us and don't deliver and don't maximize their potential. You got to put it all together. There's going to be a lot on Spalletti this season. Like, I'm not going to listen to this shit anymore about, oh, I wanted so-and-so and I want so-and-so and I want so. At some point, fuck, man, you're green lighting these moves and these guys are coming in. So, and now you've got a weapon like Alay Begovic. And I don't want to hear about him being 19 because it really doesn't fucking matter. Half of you guys all want a young Juve side and want more young talents and want to pass up on experienced players. No, this kid's super talented, could play the 10. You got to figure it out. Kenan Yildiz, you got to figure out how to get the most out of this guy. If Cambiasso and him don't mesh on the left, that's something I'm looking to a coach to fix, to figure out. So if Cambiasso doesn't end up being a starter, then he doesn't end up being a starter. We got to figure it out. The group must trump the individuals. And that's where Spalletti has to come into play. But I don't think we're heading for a disastrous season. I think it's also super early for doomsday type shit. Do we need to take out Spalletti so we can play 4-2-3-1 with Yildiz as a true number 10? Old man will never change. This hybrid shit is not working, and he's still using that. My fear is that he's still going to go with this hybrid 3-4-2-1, 3-4-3 nonsense going through. And I've had that fear, and I've been speaking about it. Omer told me on the last live, it ain't going to happen. He won't do it. He's going 4-2-3-1. Hey, I'm concerned, but I want to go into it. But as far as Spalletti goes, he's the guy now. We're going to roll with it. And I honestly, with these coaches and stuff, I never have a problem pulling a trigger. And everybody's like, you got to give time. You got to give time. Like, I never have a problem pulling a trigger. If things go sideways and they go ugly, like, it would take a lot to get to that point. But again, you have to gauge everything. And it comes down to how the team's playing. Is there progress being made? Are you getting the best out of your best players? Is there things we can be doing better? Are the players failing? Do they continue to fail? Like, we need to start with, number one, we're still in the mercato, which is open. Do the best possible job you can in the mercato. Then you look at your squad on paper. Then you look at expectations. Then you look at Spalletti and is he delivering? What can we do better? Is a lot of it on him? Like, there's so much that you got to wait, but Spalletti and taking him out right now at this point in time, can't even talk about it, right? Can't even talk about it right now. We gotta roll with it and see what happens. Cambiasso can learn a lot from DiMarco, and it pains me to say that. I mean, he can learn a lot in how to be a huge dipshit. What's my favorite piece on the wall behind me? Oh, okay. Number one, if we're going with kits, this pink kit, the new pink kit is, in my opinion, the best pink kit Juve has ever made. Okay? The best. So I love that. If we're talking about pieces, I'm always going to be biased to the kits that are above me, especially the 95-96 away. Watching the Champions League victory with my dad is where things really elevated from a fan level for myself. So that piece is probably tops. Probably tops. The sign ball is cool. There's also the sign kit, which means a lot too. So in case you can't see it, yeah, right here. So this was from the summer tour when they were in Los Angeles, and this is just so cool because it was such an incredible trip, incredible memories for me. So I absolutely love this piece, signed by many members of the team at that season and a couple legends getting on there. Chiellini, one of them. I just miss Pavel Nedved getting that signed there. But yeah, those are, they all kind of mean something too, right? So the home kit here from the season 94 where I first started watching Juventus, and then 95-96 away kit where it really elevated with a Champions League victory. Everything kind of means something. It's kind of cool. And then even the signed ball that's over here, that was a win when I kind of first started getting into the whole AJC thing, and we won that off Twitter, and it's signed. And Paulo Dybala is one of the guys on there, and I was always massive Paulo Dybala fan, so that ball is pretty cool. It's got 4 other players on there: Miralem Pjanic, Mario Mandzukic. So I really love that ball as well. Everything's got like some meaning to it that I love. So we got more Storm the Barns. We'll probably get him to it after. We got second half ready to kick off. We do have some changes too. Kolo Muani has stepped onto the pitch. We have kickoff for the second half. Let's get into it. Bonnie. Oof. That looked ugly there as Bremer tries to step into that. Bonnie jumping through there. We do have Celik coming into the game, checking in on the right side. He plays this one back to Bremer. Bremer's going to switch field. Cambiasso on the left, Celik on the right. I would actually switch the two up. Cambiasso plays into McKennie. The touch, man. He's looked really rough today. And he's limping. Just get Alay Begovic in, for fuck's sakes. Just play the kid. Di Gregorio. Colt Miners has come into the game, it looks like. Taking off Douglas Luiz. We got Chico Conceição in there. Hold on a sec. Did Alay Begovic come in? Is he playing out on the left right now? Or is that... No, it's still Yildiz. Cabal has come into the game for Kelly. Ton of changes here. Kolo Muani. Little settle here. Oh, lovely little pass forward for Kolo Muani. That was from Alay Begovic. Cambiasso's cross. So Alay Begovic getting involved early. Running at the defense. Lovely little through ball for Kolo Muani. In the end, Cambiasso's cross blocked. It is a throw-in for Juve. Cambiasso throwing it back. Colt Miners on it. Kerim Alay Begovic. First look of him in action for Juventus. Colt Miners making the run. Here's Alay Begovic. Oh, trying that low cross. He's already involved and quickly. Pavard blocking that. Inter with almost no changes. Just one that I can see. Maybe two. I think Augusto and... Augusto and it looks like a midfielder has changed. Cambiasso set to take the corner. There it is. Oh, hits Mac in the chest. Cleared out. But Celik plays it back to Chico Conceição. He's got 2 Inter players in front of him. Zielinski looks like the midfielder that's come in for Inter. I believe that's him. Cambiasso, right foot across, going back, cleared out. Trying to find Conceição there. That was Augusto clearing it. So Celik, Locatelli has it off of Esposito. It's going to be a throw-in for Juve. McKennie out here to take it. Get Kerim on the ball. Cabal's on it here for Juve. Back to Bremer. To Celik. Celik trying to find Kolo Muani. Does. Settles it. Bastoni wins the ball off him, but it's out. Thrown to Juve. Played into Conceição. Celik now trying to find McKennie. Settles it in for Chico. Oh, dribbling it all around, trying to just keep possession there. Cabal now plays it up. Alajbegovic to Co-Miners. To Cambiasso. Inside to Mac. Tries the one-touch ball into Colomuani. Barella now popping it forward here. That's one back by Juve. Good start for Juve in the half, at least being on the front foot. Alajbegovic now to Celik. Bremer. To Cabal. To Loca. Now he gets it over for Co-Miners, who's waving his arms around here, looking like a traffic. Oh, Colomuani. Little back heel, just too short for Alajbegovic. That's a good step there from Co-Miners. A little unfortunate to walk away with a foul. Come on. Let's get a goal here. Let's level this thing up. Good positive start at least to the second half, being on the front foot. Got to get Alajbegovic and Kolo going, but especially Alajbegovic on the ball. He's looking ramped up. Cambiasso on it here. Oof, into Co-Miners. Pressure on him, and he coughs it up right to Zielinski. Inside, Mkhitaryan. Tries a through ball. That's cut out by Cambiasso. Oh, we can't find Colomuani up top there. And Inter on the ball now. Bovio. Bastoni. To the outside for Carlos Augusto. Good pressure from Locatelli, but Inter just comes away with it. Now Bremer steps into it. Finds Alajbegovic. Alajbegovic running at Inter. Drops it off for McKennie. To Chico. Drops off for Celik. To Locatelli. To Celik. Cuts inside for Mac. Out to Chico. Lays it off for Locatelli. Cross coming in for Kolo. All the way to the far side for Alajbegovic. Oh, fakes to the right. Cuts to the left. But in the end, shot rather weak. Handled by Provedel. Better already just from the start with Juve here to the second half. Pressing now. But Provedel finds Mkhitaryan with acres of space in the midfield, just running at Juve. Played to the outside left, Augusto now. Oh, that ball low, cut in there. Bremer steps into Boni in the end. Just rolls easily to Di Gregorio and picked up and collected. He rolls it out for Cabal. Into Co-Miners. To the outside for Cambiasso. In the middle now for Locatelli. To Cabal. Celik wants it. Now he gets it. On the outside right. To Chico. Drops it back for Bremer. Cabal over to Celik. He's right at the halfway line scanning. Now to Conceição. Oof. Bremer to Cambiasso. Turns, looks forward. Trying to find Alajbegovic offside. Or he would have been off and then 1v1 with Enrique. McKennie carrying it forward to Conceição. Inside for Celik. Brings it in. Oh my God, missing Kolomoani right there. And close, but nice step from Cope Miners. Winning it back. Over to McKennie. Back to Cope Miners. Cope Miners to Conceição. Working against Augusto. Drops it back for Cope Miners. Over to Mac. Locatelli. Can't keep it. Sorry, that was Cabal. Then Locatelli loses it, but Cambiasso picks it up. Back to Locatelli. Into McKennie. Tries a one-touch pass into Kolomoani there. That's the spaces I'd like to see a true 10. Not Mac. Bremer's going to easily collect this one. Plays it to Celik. Hits the halfway line. Gives it to Conceição, working against Augusto. Pushes them back a little bit. Now drops to Celik. To Conceição. Back to Bremer. Oof. Just clunky. Clunky in the ball movement. And now Degray's just going route one for Ali Begovic. He collects it. Cuts inside. Oh, bad pass there. But lovely cleanup by Cope Miners. He's doing good on that front, at least winning the ball back for us and maintaining possession. So at least Cope Miners is doing that. Plays it out for Celik now to Conceição. Drops it back for Mac. Into Locatelli. To Cabal. To Cambiasso. To Loca. Up ahead for Celik. To Cope Miners. To Cambiasso. Inside, missing McKennie and cleared out by Inter. Juve dominating the ball in the second half, moving it around a lot. We're going to see some changes. It looks like Stankovic and Fratesi set to come on. Also, Idrisu, Diouf, a lot of changes coming in now for Inter. Morning just got way worse seeing that rat Bastoni. Oh, man. Just an absolute rat. Celik to Bremer. Popping this one over the top for Conceição. Settles it. Plays it back for Locatelli now. Trying to go over the top to find Celik. That's cut off. Enrique ended up moving to the left side, it looks like. This is Stankovic to Pavard. Idrisu, who just stepped on, losing the ball. Locatelli collecting here, but he can't trap that. Stolen by Inter from the pressure. Enrique, shots blocked. Zelinski collects. Errant pass. Coop cuts it off. Ali Begovic driving the ball forward, giving it to Kolomoani. Back for Loca. Over to McKennie. To Celik. Chico wants it. He gets it here. Double team on him. Cuts inside. Gives it to Loca. Back to Chico. What is the point of that? What are we doing there? Step into this. Chico, over for Cambiaso. Cross coming in. It's a terrible one. Easily cut off. Ball won back by Juve. Cabal to Bremer. Co-Miners is drifted to the left flank. He collects it here. 1-2 missing each other. Again, the execution at a very, very low level here. Very, very low level execution. Co-Miners also steps in late on Pavard there. 60-minute mark. 1-0 for Merda. But yeah, like it's very slow. Provadel switches field here for Enrique, who's now on the left flank. Augusto back to Provadel. Provadel forward, cut out by Cabal. Cambiaso on it. To Ali Begovic. Great turn from him. He is shut down. That's a foul. Advantage given. I hope. Co-Miners now switching the field for Celik. To Conceição. To Bremer. To Mack. Little touch out to Conceição. Back to Bremer. Cabal now. To Cambiaso. Oh my God. He can't hit a bloody pass. Co-Miners slows them up. Has to take a foul on it. But he slows them up and we can restart. At least get in defensive position. Sloppy, sloppy stuff. But this is more of a 4-2-3-1, and it does look better, I will say. At least in terms of the spacing and the positions. But this is going to be another one. Oh my God, Digre. Diouf puts it in for 2. Oh. How much of the ball do you need to get to stop it from going in? Like, how much of the ball do you need to get to keep it out, man? Like, how much of the ball do you need to get? Oh, the defending there is just atrocious, man. Laid off Esposito, which is fine. He goes there, but Cabal not closing there. Again, I'm not going to get too fired up. Like, I mean, Digre's got to stop that shot for sure, 100%. But I'm not too fired up because Cabal cannot be a starter on our back line this game. Like, he gets sucked in and then does absolutely nothing in the follow-up to this. Co-Miners not going to be a starting midfielder for this team, and he's all over the place on that one, spacing-wise, positional-wise. Like, but my goodness, man. How do you not keep that ball out, man? You got so much of it. This guy is Swiss cheese. The drop-off from when we first got him in that season to like now is just insane. It's insane to me. It's okay though. 2 down. Artur's coming on now. So here come the goals, baby. They got Bissek coming on. It looks like we got Rugani stepping in for Bremer. Artur is going to come on for Loca, and Medetti is going to come on for McKennie. Artur to save the day. Chico, what the fuck? I don't even have explanations for some of the choices and the options we take. But again, I don't think in a preseason game you don't want to go too high, you don't want to go too low either, right? I mean, Ali Begovic looks like what I expected. I want to see a 4-2-3-1, but I want to see it with the certain personnel. I don't need to see Cabal as a left center back in a back four, because I have a good feeling how that's going to go. It's things like that you have to take into account, right? And Di Gregorio, I've been saying it, that, I would go with an experienced keeper. I would find an experienced keeper going into the season. And Perin, I don't even want Perin to start. I'll be quite honest. I just don't want it to be Vicario. Chico's on the ball here. And he goes back to Rugani. Chico now across for Cambiaso, who's got to be said has had a shocker today. Going back. Oh, Colo just can't get ahead to that one. Ali Begovic looking his way. That's actually a good ball from Ali Begovic as well. Gives him a chance for it anyways. That's his first cross in. We've had a whole half of watching some of the worst crosses I've ever seen. And that's his first cross in, and it actually gives us a chance. And almost puts it right there on the spot for Kolomuani. Ali Begovic looks good to me. He's a player. Chico looks uninterested, I'll say. Chico looks uninterested today. Not really willing to take his man on, to go to the right foot, to get the ball deeper. This one's cleared out, and D-Gray's not even out there. Another corner coming in, and D-Gray parries that one away. Ali Begovic picks it up. Inside to Cabal. Rugani tries a through ball there, and it's cut off. Missing Celik, who actually made a good run there. One back by Chico nicely to Celik. Gotta move this ball quick. It's too slow. Tempo. So Medetti's operating as this advanced mid now. Co-miners Arthur as your main two pivots. Cabal now to Cambiaso. Inside to Kolomuani. And that one bobbles away from us. Bisek now playing it to the outside. Just not picking up marks here. Big through ball there. Rugani's going to cut it out. Oh, and that one should have been 3 if we're being honest. Should have been 3 if we're being honest here. Holy smokes. But again, it's preseason and there's names out here now that I think should have already been told goodbye, if I'm being quite honest. Into the middle here. Artur just can't get to Celik. Celik steps into it just to win it. He does. Gets it back to Di Gregorio. Now played out. Rugani's on it. Over to the right flank. Cope Miners is there. He collects. Drops it back. Rugani picks up. Celik over the top, trying to find Chico there. Oh, he does well. Tries to keep it in play. Plays it across there. Alajbegovic applying some pressure. Oh, does win it in there. Oh my God, they just get away from pressure there. There's a lot of pressure here from Juve. Doing well to try and get that thing there. Almost walking away with a ball loose in the area, but no such luck. Now we're on it through Cambiaso. To Artur. Celik. To Chico. Inside to Colomuani. Tried to play it back to Cope Miners and his touch didn't make it far enough. Cut out by Inter, but pressure's still there as we're all advanced. Augusto now launching it to the right flank. That's cut out by Cambiaso, and he goes back to Di Gregorio with it. 72nd minute, 2-0 for Merda. Artur to Celik. Miretti to Artur. Oh my goodness, this is dreadful. The easiest of passes. I can't. Can't, you guys? Holy smokes. Oh, Cabal going in there. Almost recklessly. Stepping in high there. Step from Cabal helps us win the ball back. Miretti's on it now. Plays it over for Cambiaso. Into Cope Miners. To Artur. To Conceição. Takes his man on to the right there. Lovely cross in. Just can't latch on to Miretti. See, that's more like it. That's what you need from Chico. You need him to take his man on. It can't always be pull up and go to your left foot too. You got to keep them honest and go to your right foot as well. Cabal's on it now. Over to Cambiaso. Has Alajbegovic to his left. Plays it to him. Coal miners back to Cabal. And that's a just dog shit pass. Easily cut out. And this is what I mean. Like, I want Cabal nowhere near our team this season. Nowhere near our team. So when shit like that happens and we cough the ball up, it's like, that's the preseason shit. Like, this guy just needs to go. Rugani takes a yellow for his troubles and breaking it up after that terrible play by Cabal. This is going to be a free kick right outside the area to Di Gregorio's right. Stankovic takes it, blocked, and then blasts a volley wide. 75 minutes, 50 seconds, 2-0 for Merda. And give us a goal here, Juve. Come on. Start with one, fight back. Like, I'll even give Digre a pass on the first one. Boga's set to come on now. So Cambiaso leaves. Boga comes on. So what exactly is the setup right now? Chico drops it back to Cominers, carries it to the halfway line. Cabal, oh my God. Again, you guys. When certain guys hit the pitch for us, it's hard to take the rest of this match as a serious gauge of any type of analysis. Because Cabal is just a fucking horror show. Let's call it what it is. Like, the marking has just been atrocious right now after the backline changes. Rugani's carrying it forward. Finds Celik. Alajbegovic, who has moved to the right side, or at least like a 10 since Boga has come on. Di Gregorio up for Colomwani. Played over to Chico Conceição. Returning running man. Celik pushing the ball forward. Chico can't latch on to that. It's just cut out. There's pressure here from Juve. Getting forced back. In the end, throwing for Merda deep in their territory. Oh, Begovic. Oh my God. We just talked about other players getting cute. And he just did it himself. I expected him to rip that thing into goal. Come on, man. Shoot the ball. Oh my goodness. Why is it that we just do not want to shoot the ball? Ali Begovic is in such a great spot. He's right there, 10 yards out. Why don't we want to shoot? Why do we not want to shoot? Shoot the ball. I'm from Canada, okay? Hey, Wayne Gretzky, best hockey player to ever play the game. You want to score? You got to shoot. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. Come on. Shoot. Oh. Ali Begovic, Cambiasso, Gleason Bremer, some great positions to put the ball in the net. And we walk away without an attempt on all three of those. Boga trying to thread the needle there to Cambiasso. It's cut off. Recycles to Medetti. Now to Artur. To Celik. His first pass cut out. He still fights. Pushes them back. Forces them back on a throw in deep in their territory. We've only got around 9 minutes left here. Yeah, I don't know. It's too cute. But like I said, the message at halftime for me would have been, guys, when you're in the position, you got a line of sight on goal there. Have a rip. Shoot the ball. I'm not going to get mad at you for shooting the ball. Like, you have to at least get attempts. Too cute. And you're talking about a team that scored a very low amount of goals last season. And Spalletti had an interview, in his interview yesterday, talking about goals by committee, etc. Well, guess what, brother? If they ain't shooting the ball, you ain't getting goals by committee. You ain't getting goals by individuals. You ain't getting shit. Fire the damn ball. Oh, yeah. I see the comment here was not too big on loaning Suzuki after this display. Anything is an improvement. I would absolutely take Suzuki on a loan. That's actually a good situation for Juve because then you have your season to make a decision as to who you want to commit to long term and everything. Let PSG take the commitment on Suzuki and just get a solution in for a year and then attack it. Maybe you're in a better position to actually splash at the position next year and you can get somebody even stronger, right? So, but my goodness, man, there's no way Spalletti's starting D-Gray this season. Even if they can't find a solution and no goalie comes in, which I find it hard to believe that we can't find a goalie to come in this year. But even if we did, Perrin would be playing ahead of D-Grade just to the levels he's fallen. That second goal was god awful to see go in. That's not even Sunday League shit. That's just Bush League. Oh, fast break. All alone. There it is. There's one. Come on, Gazzo. And that's a lovely passing play on the side there. And Man, that is like really nice. Tic-tac-toe up that flank. And then Conceição making the run that our strikers need to be fucking making. Nice goal, though. Nice goal. At least we got that. Cazzo. That's great passing. Great passing. Chico, great run. Lovely finish. Let's go. One touch from Chico. Through the wickets. They got a D-Gray of their own. Huh. Hey, 5 minutes. You can find another one. Of course you can. Screw these guys. Holy smokes. Meretti. Not very orthodox, but cleans it up. I like Begovic on it now. That one was... Waited a little too long before he dished that one over and it gets cut out. Inter now. Up the right flank. Cross coming in. That's cleared. Right to the top of the area, though. Stepped into. Blocked. By Artur. Does well now. Gets to the outside. Boga. Inside to Artur. Twists and turns. Tries to free up space. He does. And now switches field for Rugani. We're at the 86th minute. Can Juventus go level? Got a nice goal from Conceição after a wonderful passing play. Celik now with a big switch field. Looking Boga's way. He collects. Turns, takes his man on, pushed into the corner, brings it out. Alay Begovic there. Cross coming in, that's headed wide. Or excuse me, headed clear by Inter. Celik inside to Conceição. Into Celik. Back for Coal Miners. Cabal to Boga. Pushes them back a little further. Inside, Kolomuani. Oh, Boga! Begovic! Oh, Alay Begovic. Stopped there as he stepped into the loose ball after Kolomuani and Boga were creating problems with the ball bobbling around there. At least he fired it. Just shoot the damn thing. Meretti on it here. To Celik. To Conceição. Pushes him back. Drops it off to Meretti now. Inside for Artur. Lays it off for Coal Miners. So Alay Begovic is acting like a second striker right now. Playing very close to Kolomuani. You have Boga and Conceição working the flanks. Oh, little 1-2. Oh! That's a foul, ref. That's a foul, ref. Kolomuani tripped up there. Pops it up over the top. Chico, that's cleared out. Coal Miners slashes at it. That's a foul there, ref. What a turn there. That's a PK, man. Oh, yeah. Trips him out. The leg's sticking out there. The ball's past him. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Lovely turn from Colo in tight there. Like, what are we talking about? Oh, we settled the ball right for them. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. That's a rather easy one to call, too, with the legs sticking out there and the ball and him left for dead. Huh. Even in Australia, the eye of Sauron Marotta gets the calls. Even in Australia, they get their nonsense. Oh, yeah, easily. Scum gonna be scum. Paying off a friendly. That's dedication. Dedication for the Snakes. He gave absolutely nothing extra for half. I'm not expecting much for full time here. We're at 90. Celik to Conceição. Switches the field here for Miretti. Boga wants it. He collects. Might give us one more offensive push here. Oh, Boga. Trying to thread the needle, missing it. And that's game. There you go. It ends there 2-1 for Merda. I will say this, though. The frustrations in the second half are more with certain individuals. Individuals we don't even really want to see on the team and everything. So I'm not really going to get too crazy about it. But I will say this. Structurally, I really liked the second half better structurally. Especially when Alajbegovic moved to a 10/second striker. And then you had Boga on the left and you had Chico on the right. Now, let's see that with Kolomuani up top. Alajbegovic as that 10, as that second striker, that kind of floater. Yildiz on the left, Conceição on the right. There should be goals to be had. They're all very technically skilled players. Kolomuani hard done by there. That's a PK. But yeah, I liked structurally the second half much better than the hybrid bullshit in the first half. I'm done with that hybrid nonsense. Okay? So get that out of there. Celik, I still think, is dependable, reliable. Cambiasso had an absolute shocker today. I'm at the point where this guy plays on the right, or potentially he doesn't play at all for us and maybe doesn't start. Just saying it. Because if it's not on the right, I really don't see him putting in good shifts. But again, I don't have a major issue with anything out of this because it's preseason. The same guys that I expected to disappoint me have been disappointing me, but I like what I see from Alajbegovic. Just had to shoot that one. He passed up a shooting opportunity for the majority. This team's passing up shooting opportunities that I don't want to see, but I think Douglas Luiz should be on the 26-27 roster. I like what I saw from Alajbegovic. Kolomuani will be better than the guys we had around last season. Okay? I wasn't big on Kolomuani going crazy, but he actually looked good today. I think overall he's going to be much better than what we were seeing out of David, Openda, etc. So for the guys that are going to be around, it's actually looking okay. We just need to see a preseason, maybe out of the hybrid, maybe in a 4-2-3-1, maybe with all our main guys going. Alajbegovic as a 10, second striker, Luiz, Locatelli, Chico, Yildiz at the back line, telling you. Bremer, Kalulu on the right. For now, it's going to be Kelly by default, left center back, but bring me in Lukumi. And at left back, I think there's a discussion to be had, everybody. I think there's a discussion to be had. And again, how the Mercato ends up. If you do bring in Kessie, all of a sudden, there's your perfect second pivot that can advance as well. And Locatelli and Kessie. Or you could swap one out, have a different look with Douglas Luiz. You've got Kefren Turam, who are waiting to get fit too. So maybe McKennie plays as a left back. Yeah, McKennie for left back, maybe he plays there. He's made his value out of being a jack of all trades type player. So maybe that's it. Maybe Celik ends up becoming a player that you start. If that's the kind of shifts you're going to get from Cambiasso, and he might only be the right-sided player. We'll see. There's options there for Spalletti, right? But these guys, the biggest thing for me that stands out is the first half we were super predictable, super boring, and super slow. And that hybrid shit, I didn't like it. Second half, structurally, we were better. And I do like what I'm seeing out of Alajbegovic. So again, I would have liked to see him with Luis and Loka in there as well. And even Yildiz, because this is a big thing. Cambiasso and Yildiz do not work on the left side. I want to see how Alajbegovic works with Yildiz into that mix too. But Boga, Kolo, Chico, and Alajbegovic looked really good for that session there. But again, it's just preseason. We got to take it with a grain of salt and see. And I think there's enough there. Finally, like I'm hoping Spalletti end this hybrid setup bullshit. It sucks. It sucks. So let's get into a few Storm the Barms, probably. Our best player overall. Our best player overall. Oh, many will probably say Yildiz. Okay? Many will probably say Kenan Yildiz. I've been pushing for Yildiz to go next level, to go show more. Find pockets of space. And he can't always just show for the ball and just that's it. Or we're not getting, like, he's going to have to make the runs beyond and behind defense at times. Okay? Like, he's got to mix it up. He can't just put his hands up and be like, that doesn't equate to being the best player on your team. You could say he's the best technically, and nobody would argue. But to be the best player overall, I still think he's got levels to bring. See something in here. Where is it? I'm just confused. So let me get this one out of the way. But our best player overall is kind of convoluted because some guys will bring you the grinta and a more overall a fight and might lack on stats. One guy might bring you the stats but not always be consistent and kind of be ghosting everywhere. People are going to lose their shit when I say our best overall player. But our best overall, in my personal opinion, if you're basing it on last season, is actually Locatelli. Locatelli's your best player pound per pound for position, for what he brings for his position, for what his job is. So if you're saying what his job is, best overall player, player who performs his position the best. And Locatelli's amongst top 5 in the world at his position. Say what you want. I'm telling you, for his position as a central defensive midfielder, he is amongst the top 5 in the world right now. Period. So your best overall player is Locatelli. I'm telling you. Yildiz is our best technically, but he doesn't deliver consistently. And he ghosted this first half. I would go as far to say Alajbegovic against the same team when he came in was doing things that Yildiz wasn't doing. So to this question, I'm confused what people are seeing with Alajbegovic. Finding the space to get on the ball. He didn't stick to one spot and just wait for the game to come to him. He moved to get involved. He was also making runs deeper. And again, he was creating havoc. He was getting good positions. I'm telling you, Alajbegovic, I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about him at all. Sell Loka for big money, Berto. We have Dougie now, and Kessié comes. Okay, if you're going to turn that big money into something, but there's also a lot to say about depth on this team as well. But, hey, if you want to sell him for big money, okay. How confident are we Douglas Luiz puts in... See, this is the difference between Locatelli and Douglas Luiz for me. Locatelli does so much defensively, and again, he's a central defensive mid. He's the guy that gives you the freedom to cheat, to get forward a bit more, and he'll find you, and then it's up to those guys. For me, the biggest problem in our midfield isn't Locatelli and his spot. It's the spot next to him. For me, that's been the biggest issue because Thuram has one good game out of 9 and Cope Miners does fuck all. Miretti did nothing last season. Adzic, we don't even know what position he's best at. That's a big problem. So I'm looking to develop with him, not just say goodbye and bank on Douglas Luiz, who can't give you that steal that you need in the middle. Douglas Luiz, for me, should be the guy that free flows using the freedom he gets from Locatelli. So if you say that Kessié comes in, okay, great. But then you say goodbye to Locatelli, you still have the issue of nobody being able to dictate that midfield and being the steal in there. Kessié can do it, but then you lose the depth because there's nobody else that's going to do it when Kessié's not in there. And I still think that personally, when Kessié comes, him and Locatelli would be a dynamite two-man pivot because Kessié will use the freedom and he will get advanced and he would be better than pushing Locatelli forward. So Kessié coming in, Kessié is like a prototypical box-to-box that can also operate as a holding defensive midfielder. But I would allow Kessié to utilize the freedom Locatelli brings. That's been the biggest strike against Thuram. Thuram doesn't utilize that freedom. So that's just how I see it in the middle. I think we're so ramped up about Loca, but for his job, he does his job. That's just me. Unpopular take, Miretti can be more than Loca. I don't see it. I'll be 100% honest. I just don't see it. I think Miretti's better when he's advanced in the game. To drop him back, he's nowhere near strong enough. He's not tough enough. He's just not tough enough to hold up a midfield and be that guy. Just don't see it. I just don't see it. You would have had a better shot at that with Rovella or Fagioli, to be quite honest. No, I'm not seeing that with Miretti. That's just me. Good performance from the substitutes. Ali Begovic needs to be quicker with the maneuvers because this cannot work in Serie A. I thought Ali Begovic did very good. I just think structurally we looked better in the second half. So hopefully that's a sign from Spalletti that, hey, at least he did go to it, and we are looking at it. I think it's the way to go. New goalkeeper, number one priority. That second goal is tough to stomach, isn't it? I can get by on the first one, but the second one I can't. When you get that much of the ball, keep that damn thing out. That's tough. Why does everyone and their mother hate Locatelli so much? He's not the problem. He is what he is, but he's not the issue. Everybody sees the game differently. To each their own, right? I shared my piece, my thoughts. Hey, by all means, this is what makes it fun and enjoyable as a fan. Don't get so fired up. And I mean, people will be like, oh, your take on this is garbage. I'm unsubscribing. I'm unfollowing. No, that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun is we don't need to see eye to eye. We don't need to agree. I'm not telling you have to see the game the way I do. I'm just sharing my thoughts and 2 cents. But if you're willing to be like, no, I can't talk to somebody about the game because their opinion is this. Well, that's outrageous to me because I actually love the discussion. I love the debates. I love the battles. And it's what makes it fun. That's why we have the live shows. That's why we have the panels. It's the best part about it. But again, I don't understand when you look at a guy that had a season like that, how he can be so lambasted all the time. But again, hey, Loco was amazing last season because our defense cannot pass. I'm just going to say this, you guys. Again, with this ball-playing center back shit that I hear over and over and over. Are you telling me in today's game, we would say no to Giorgio Chiellini because of passing? It sounds stupid, doesn't it? Because it is. the game hasn't changed. This whole thing about modern football, to me, makes me laugh. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Your midfielders move the ball. Locatelli does not have to drop back there. They can find him. They can break one line to find him with the ball. Or guess what? You have another midfielder, Luis. They can find them with the ball. Let them dictate the play. They do not need to drop back. And again, you have extra defenders on the pitch because you're playing a hybrid motherfucking game. Get out of the hybrid game. And it will go from there. God damn it. I'm telling you, nonsense with this ball playing CB and that's it. You don't, the game has not changed. There is not this new wave. It has changed in the sense that this hybrid shit survives way more than it needs to. Now you have players, in my opinion, that this hybrid shit ruins. And the reason is because you end up getting these guys that are jacks of all trades. Oh, it plays like this, you can't really figure out where they're the best. And you're like, oh, we should be playing him here. We should be playing him at left back. We should be playing him at right back. Well, that's because of this bullshit hybrid garbage. And you end up with players that are never mastering an actual role or outset. That's what ends up happening. That's what ends up happening. You end up with guys that are jack of all trades, masters of none. For me, we can't get a snap out of this hybrid shit quick enough. I'm telling you. But the game hasn't changed. It's just all of a sudden this hybrid shit survives way too much. Get clear, definitive roles for players. For me, less is more. Simplify the game. Help your players out. There's too much thinking in hybrid setups. So if you're going to submit that we may have a lack in quality, okay? Do you think a lack in quality makes sense to also top that off with this hybrid shit where players need to think even more? Or if you have what we say a lack of quality in terms of world-class players, would it not be easier to simplify? For me, less is more. Simplify. They have less to think about. The game's right in front of them. This game hasn't changed. This game hasn't changed. Same damn game. 11 guys aside, one ball. But for God's sakes, shoot that damn ball. Can we shoot the ball? All right. But you guys, at 6 a.m. in the morning, can we just agree that Inter's much... I mean, what are we talking... We're not even that far inferior, and I'm telling you, this thought that we cannot improve the roster on paper in this mercato is nonsense to me when you have that many guys bringing nothing last season. We'll do good. We'll do good, okay? We'll be absolutely fine. All right? And Mitch, I'm actually a fantastic coach because I do coach at multiple ages. All right? So let's see your coaching record, buddy. You're on a beach in Italy right now. Have fun. Don't worry about me and coaching. People want to be right with their opinions. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They do. They do. I just like to have fun. I just love the discussions, the debates. But, oh, my God. Some of the takes I just can't get behind. And again, when you have players that treat Juventus like a vacation, it's hard for me to keep piling up on guys, especially guys that actually did have good seasons and strong seasons. So for me, get rid of these mooks that bring absolutely nothing to the table. Let's stop complaining about the guys, even if they're not to the elite level of Juve of old. If they had a good season, I'm not looking their way. I'm looking at the guys that brought nothing or went down and regressed. Gatti, for me, regressed. But I can suffice with him staying around. If the latest rumors are true that he wants to stay, and we are still looking at bringing in Lukumi, potentially getting Miretti and Cabal out. Man, if you could swing Cabal in the move to Bologna and take a little bit off the Lukumi price, that's already reasonable for me at 25 million. That's an absolute win. That's an absolute win. Okay? And if you're talking about, so I'll suffice with Gatti staying around, but I'm fine with selling him too. If I'm going to talk about Lloyd Kelly, I'm fine with him staying. I'm fine with us selling him if we got good money for Lloyd Kelly. I do not see Lloyd Kelly as starting caliber for Juve. I just don't. I've always seen him as a bench option. I think when push comes to shove, defensively, he's actually not that good. That's just me. And I don't think he wins enough aerial battles for how tall he is. So there's players that need to move. We got Adzic the loan. We have a buyback, a cheap buyback of 1.7 million. That's great. That's what you want to do with your young talents. Because if they hit, then you have your safety net, your insurance, okay? If you're talking about a guy like Miretti, I mean, do you put a release clause, like a sell-on clause? Do you put a buyback? He's already had a loan out. He's got over 100 appearances in this game. I feel quite comfortable that I'm fine in just saying goodbye to Miretti, to be quite honest. That's just me. I'm fine with just an outright sale on Miretti. At the back, I think it's time to probably integrate heel push. Enough is enough. This guy keeps getting the call-ups all throughout last year when the numbers got low, but can't get into minutes. We are going into the 26-27 season with Rugani still around. Say the goodbyes, okay? Artur, there's nothing more to see, okay? And he's also shown up in the shape of a Best Buy tech repair, the Geek Squad, okay? So just see you later. There's decisions that just need to be made and ties that need to be cut. At striker, we're now hearing Milik has the potential to stick around as the third striker. He looked like ass to me. There were people saying that, oh my God, his touch is so much better and he's than all of the rest of the guys we have up top. Don't fall for it. This guy will crumble immediately and go back to his favorite bedroom in J Medical and set up camp. Don't fall for it. I also believe Ekator will go out on loan. He should go out on loan, but Milik looked like ass in the last preseason game that he played. Could barely move. Okay? Remember, he was resurrected from the dead. So he's done. I would literally consider, if you were thinking about keeping around a third striker, for me, it would be Justin Obawado. That's the guy I would do, okay? That's the guy I would be. That's me. That's me. Milik is just, no. End it. Cut the cord. Why does Juve have such a tough time cutting the cord? You can't go at Berto. This is the best Juve channel scene. I appreciate it. You guys can go at me. It's all good. I'm fine with it. We'll have the banter. We'll go back and forth. I've also invited people to come and challenge takes on the show. And guess what? A lot of those people say no. Hey, I'm just saying. I open it up and I say, come on out if you feel that strongly about it. Let's battle it out. Let's debate it because I love it. I love it. I have no problem with it. But I do appreciate the support. Glad that you enjoy the channel. Glad that you feel it is the best Juventus channel. I'm biased, but I absolutely agree with you. I think we built an incredible community. This last season, I really here's the difference. I don't give a shit about the numbers. Okay. We obviously want the channel to grow because it opens up more opportunities and more that we can do for you. And I already said we last season was the first season we actually legit gave away 2 kits every month. One for our members and one for all open subscribers and followers. Okay. Number 3, this year, we're kicking things off with a bang, but obviously we want to see it grow and get bigger and bigger, and we're starting to get representation worldwide. We're represented in Australia now through our friends at JCD Melbourne, okay, the official fan club there. it's great. So I love it. The difference with me is this, everybody. What you see is what you get. There's nothing fake. I've seen it, and you don't have to look very far to see it. The third kit was just released. You got some accounts out there. Why? Because they want their gigs and they want their little checks from Juve. So they're going to tell you that, oh, this thing's the best thing since 15, 16. No, the Flames kill it. It's not great, okay? But that's where you lose your authenticity, okay? So for me, here's the thing. I'm not pushing for a gig with Juve or anybody because guess what? I have a fantastic career I've carved out for myself, okay? I do this out of passion. This is pure passion. Me waking up at 3 a.m. to do a 4 a.m. watch along is nothing more than passion, okay? This is a passion project. This is not my job. I don't do this and only this. So I won't feed you shit and lie to you and tell you stuff that isn't true just for clicks, this and that. And like, none of it matters to me. We take the YouTube, what comes from YouTube, and we put it right into giveaways and giving back to the community. And actually a bunch of it goes to charity. And I had to stop talking about that because people actually used it against me thinking that it wasn't true. That's the sad world we live in, everybody. Okay? But the bottom line is, we love you. I think the community we have built, the AJC, is the absolute best out there. Second to none. I thank you all for the support. And this week, I've seen a ton. Go out there on official Juve posts and tell them, when are you going to collab with Berto? Why is it Berto out here doing this? I love that. You guys putting it out there. And I know somebody's going to get butthurt about it really bad that they're saying I'm the best out there. And hey, I appreciate it. I love it. But thank you guys. The support's been tremendous. Let's hope for a strong, positive season with the club. And I'm going to push very, very hard this season to make it enjoyable for you, as I always try to do, no matter how the team does. All right? Because you guys are the best. So again, one last time for today, 6:30 a.m. my time. We're about to end this. Drop a like. Smash that subscribe button, okay? And I actually have to announce something as well. Let me grab this. We had our ride or die from the World Cup. I have to apologize again, going back to the fact that I have a busy life. I'm a family man, 3 kids. We just have a 2-month-old baby boy, all right, Alessio, that we welcomed into the world. Life is crazy. I got a full-time career. I do this out of passion, so I'm late to these things sometimes, so I apologize. But we have our winners from the ride or die competition. So Luca finished in first spot. The winner from Luca, okay? We have the winner for number 2, which was Skanga. Number 3 was Paolo, okay? So here we go. Number 3, Paolo, will be winning an Alessandro Del Piero training kit, okay? One of those training kits, the lovely Del Piero tributes. That goes to Joe Tellerico. Joe Tellerico, and I will post this on the YouTube right after we get out. I'll put a post and advise everybody. The winner number 2, getting the Juventus Palace Edition kit, Sal Agrusa. Sal Agrusa, okay? And number 1 winner for Luca. This is getting a kit of his choice. Any kit he wants that is available to us. Somber the Creator. Somber the Creator. So there are the 3 winners. All right. So congratulations to the winners. I will post it so they could see it and then go from there. And I have one last thing. I was telling you all we're going to kick the season off with a bang. I'll just leak it right now because I love surprises. I love getting pumped up. To start the season off, the very first kit giveaway, and this isn't just going to be for members. Okay, this is open to all of our subscribers. We have a signed 2014-2015 Juventus home kit signed by El Apache Carlitos Tevez, and it is authenticated by Beckett. All right, so that is the first kit giveaway of the season, open to all subscribers. And that is how you start the 26-27 season off, okay? So there you go, everybody. A Carlos Tevez autograph 14-15 home kit is going to be up for grabs. There you go. That's how you start off a season. AJC Army, best damn community out there, and we got to show you that you are exactly that with the love like that. So there you go. Good luck, everybody, on that one. You guys, as always, until next time, no matter what, fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. I'm looking forward to this season, and I think we see some positive signs out of certain players. We're going to have a lot of fun no matter what happens this season with the team. But let's hope they match our level here at the AJC and that we just absolutely crush this season. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, an amazing weekend, and there may be a live show tomorrow morning. I'm working on it with guests and from the panel, but we'll see. There may be a live show tomorrow. If not, the news. I got you covered. Might even be some skits coming at you this weekend. Let's see. But enjoy, everybody. Until next time, ciao, ciao.